Hey, what's up guys, welcome back at a brand new video. Today we're going to have a look at the current latest AirPods Pro clones at the market. This version right here is going to be the Danny version 4.7 Huilian A6 Pro. It does have the Huilian A6 Pro chipset in there, and it's going to have many updated features, such as the real head tracking spatial audio feature, and also going to have a one-to-one metal hinge identical to the real deal. When I say it's a one-to-one metal hinge, I mean it has literally the same color, the same size, dimension, and design, and it also has the same material as the Apple's Metal Hinge from Foxconn. Now, like always, I'll drop a link down in the description where you guys can check these out. This product right here is going to cost approximately $73. The seller has provided a discount code for $1.60 off, so it's going to bring it to about $72, but the regular price is about $73. And what do you get with this? It does have Bluetooth 5.2, name change remapping, GPS positioning. It does have real ANC transparency mode, spatial audio head tracking. The battery on this product has been improved compared to some other clones. It's going to have a button battery, which will give you up to around 5 to 6 hours per charge in average, and you can get approximately 2 to 3 extra charges with the charging case. The charging case itself is going to be wireless chargeable. Other than that, you're going to have other features like live listen, audio sharing, and many more. So shipping itself is going to take approximately 2 to 4 weeks to arrive. For me, actually it took 3 weeks, which is pretty decent. It does come in a double box in case your product gets confiscated from the customs. And as you can see, it does have a pretty cool double box. Other than that, inside you are going to get the Apple logo box. As you can see, comes wrapped in the plastic and also has a pull tab. We got the logos on each side, the AirPods Pros with the wireless charging case, the other Apple logo, and then here we got a little sticker with a serial number. On the bottom we do have the AirPods Pros, and here we got some Apple's markings. So for the packaging, does look pretty good. It has the same design as the real deal. So anyways, without any further ado, let's check out the product, and I'm extremely excited. All you have to do is simply pull the pull tab right here, and as you can see, it gets the job done. Actually, let's just continue pulling it right here, and as you can see, that's pretty cool. So the pull tab does kind of work. Not as smooth as the original ones, but it gets the job done. It does actually work. So here is the packaging. Once again, let's unbox it. On the top of the box, we do have this little code bar. And then the first thing you'll see is the pamphlet that says designed by Apple in California. Inside right here, we are going to get a few user manuals. We got 4 manuals right here, including the user guide, safety and handling, regulatory cards, and the Apple warranty. Now I just want to mention that the seller is going to use whatever packaging that he has, so possibly that you are going to have rounded corners manuals compared to mine, they're square. He's going to use whatever he has in stock. And inside right here, we do have a similar design compared to the original. And here is going to be the Danny version 4.7 with the Huilian A6 Pro chipset wrapped in a plastic. You're gonna have the charging cable, which is USB-C to Lightning, if I'm correct, just like the original ones. And then finally in the box, we are gonna have our ear tips, the small and the large. So here is the Danny version 4.7 wrapped in the plastic. Let's pull it off. Nicely wrapped, and here they are. Here is the case itself, and as you can see, it does look really good. First of all, we do have the gap between the lid and the case like the original ones, really nicely done. And we also have the same exact LED diffuser right here. It's a gray transparent LED diffuser like the original ones. There's no difference at all. The LED diffuser right here is going to look better than the SuperPods version 5.5 and better than the Danny version 4.5. On the bottom, we're going to have the lightning port like the real deal. And then in the back right here, as you can see, we have the same exact metal hinge as the real deal. We got the matte finish. Using your nail to scratch it, it feels identical to the real deal. Of course, it has the same material, therefore it is a real metal hinge, not a plastic. And just to compare to the original AirPods Pros that I have really quick, here is the back of the hinge. As you can see, on the left is the fake, and on the right is the real deal. As you can see, they have the same exact metal hinge. They're identical on point. They've really replicated and used the same exact material. Other than that, in the back we do have the writings that says designed by Apple in California, assembled in China. Finally, we do have the pairing button in the back, which is flush to the case. Opening up the lid, we are going to have the green LED in front, and some engravings on the top of the lid. The serial number on the top left of the lid is going to be identical to the one on the box, and also identical in the Bluetooth settings in the About page. Now here's a close look at the inside of the case. As you can see, we do have the same color of the Metal Hinge, and just like the real deal, it does have a pretty weak reverse magnetic hinge. As you can see, it doesn't have a strong reverse magnetic hinge, which is identical. The snap does feel pretty good, very similar to the original ones. I think the originals does have a little bit stronger snap. I'm gonna take the earbuds out so you guys can have a close-up look of the Metal Hinge. Here it is, as you can see. Once again, the same color. Now, as you can see in the camera or even in person, that the color looks a little bit different when I'm moving the case like that. That's because of the lighting. The lighting gives a different color, and here's on top of the lid. And inside of the case, we do have the charging pins. Here are the earbuds with the medium ear tips attached. We do have the engravings on the bottom, the same chrome ring, the white plastic and charging mechanism, the left and the right indicator. This is real metal vent. It's not plastic, it's not a sticker either. And in the back, we do have the mesh right here on both AirPods. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see a real versus fake, comparing these to the real deal. So let's check out the pop-up animation. It's going to be pretty much the same thing as the original ones. All you have to do is simply open up the lid, and then you're going to get the pop-up animation. Tap on connect, hold the pairing button in the back until it says connecting, and as you can see, it's really quick, possibly even faster than the original ones. Here we got the pop-up, tap on skip. You got Hey Siri, and also, by the way, this should have Hey Siri feature. I have not tested Hey Siri yet, but we're going to test it later just to make sure that it works. And here's the real battery percentage of the earbuds and off the case. The battery widgets right here. It also has the audio sharing feature, and as you can see right here, the Danny Vision 4.7 are not connected to my phone currently. As you can tell, just like the real deal, you actually have to put the earbuds in your ear to have them connected to your phone. So I'm just going to quickly put it in my ears. And as you can see, they are connected right there. Danny Vision 4.7, and of course it is going to have live listen. Turn it on, and as you can see, it does actually work. If I tap the phone, as you can see, it works perfectly. If you go to the Bluetooth settings, you'll be able to change the name to whatever you want. The first time that you're going to connect, it's probably going to be called AirPods Pro. You do have this transparency mode of the ANC feature. The air tip fit test is not really going to work. Air detection, you can turn it off or leave it on if you want. It does work perfectly fine. Spatial audio, once again, works perfectly. We're going to test it later on. And here is going to be the About page of the serial number of the product. As you can see, it has the same serial number as the product and also as a little sticker on the box. So right now I'm going to test out the sound quality of the Danny Vision 4.7. So yeah, the sound quality of the Danny Vision 4.7 does sound really good. I've got to say that it got plenty of bass, plenty of clarity in the audio, and they do sound really close to the real deal. I really like the bass in these. Honestly, we'll have to test side by side compared to the original ones to see the differences. So if you guys want to see a difference between these and the real deal, make sure to stay tuned once again for that. But other than that, by just listening to the audio of these earbuds, I can say that they do sound really good. They got enough volume, nice bass, definitely a lot of bass in instruments, and the audio when it comes to the vocals is really clear. Right now I'm going to test out the air detection and pressure control. So if I remove the right side, as you can see, pauses right away, no problem. Put it back in my right ear, it plays. Remove the left side, it pauses. Put it back in my left ear, it plays. As you can see, there's no issues at all. So right now I'm going to test out the pressure control. If I press once, it's going to pause, press once again. It plays, press twice, goes to the next song, press 3 times, goes to the previous song. So as you can see, pressure control and air detections work perfectly, no problem at all. Right now I'm going to test out the ANC in transparency mode without any music playing. So far, with just the passive noise cancellation, it does have a really good seal already. So right now I'm going to turn on transparency mode. And yeah, I can definitely hear my surroundings, I can hear my voice, I can hear the clock in the room. And yeah, it does have a really great transparency mode. Similar to the original ones, I would say it's pretty close at about 85 to 90% as good. I think it could get a little bit clearer, a little bit better, but still it's a very good transparency mode. Let's test out ANC. Yep, ANC once again does work. It does a really good job. And yeah, I can't really hear my surroundings at all. It does an extremely good job at blocking the low frequency sound, especially the machinery sound, your computer fans and things like that. There's not really air pressure compared to some other clones. Yeah, I've got to say it's about 85% as good as the original ones. It's a very good ANC, I've got to say. Definitely got some improvement that they've done. Now I'm going to play some music again. And I'm going to test out the spatial audio feature. So I'm going to test out the fixed spatial audio to see if there's a difference. Yep, and it definitely does sound different. There's like a 360-degree audio around me. When I turn it off, I feel like the audio is a little bit more flat. Let's test out the head tracking feature. Turning my head to the right, the audios go to the left. And now I'm going to turn my head to the left, the audio goes to the right side. Yeah, I've got to say spatial audio does work really well. I think it's pretty much identical to the real deal, to be honest with you guys. Definitely better than the SuperClone version 5.5, where there's that slight delay. This is the microphone test of the DaniVision 4.7 with the Huilian A6 Pro chipset. And this is a completely raw audio coming straight from the microphones of the AirPods Pro clones. This is exactly how it's going to sound like when you're going to make a phone call, a Zoom call, a meeting. And yeah, tell me how it sounds, tell me if it's better than some other clones. And of course, if you go into the Find My iPhone app, you'll be able to locate the DaniVision 4.7, just like the real deal. So I got an app right here on the iPhone, and as you can see, it shows that the spatial audio head tracking does work. So if I turn my head to the left side, as you can see, the square box does move to the left. And if I move my head to the right, it moves to the right. If I move my head up, it goes up. If I move my head down, it goes down. As you can see, as I move my head to the left, to the right multiple times, it does follow my head tracking movement. So as you can see, this is what proof that head tracking movement, spatial audio does work on the DaniVision 4.7. Now doing like circles with my head. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a great feature. It's a great app that you guys can download just to check if your spatial audio head tracking does work perfectly fine. Now before I end this video, I just want to show one more thing, particularly for Android device users. So as you can see, I do got my DaniVision 4.7 connected to my Android phone right here. It says that it's active, 100% battery life. Now, like I said, you could download an APK app on Android. I'll link it down below in the description, an app called StarFun. If you go in the app, you'll be able to control ANC, transparency mode, and of course, spatial audio feature. It's going to ask you if you'd like to allow StarFun to record audio. I usually click on only this time. On the top of the app, we do have the name of the product, which is DaniVision 4.7. We also have extreme accurate battery percentage to the left and the right side of the earbuds, and of course of the charging case, as we saw on my iPhone. If you remove the right earbud of the case, as you can see, it actually shows that it's not charging. Other than that, in the app, you'll be able to change the name of the product just like on the iPhone, and you'll be able to control ANC and transparency mode. Now on the StarFun app, I know it shows that it's all transparency mode, it's all head tracking, but very similar design on the iOS version is that transparency mode in the middle is off. This is going to be transparency mode on the right, and then on the left side is going to be ANC, and the head tracking here is basically off on the left side, fixed on the middle, and head tracking on the right side. We got ear detection, which you can turn it off. We got Hey Siri, which you can turn it off if you like to. You will basically save battery life. Finally, we got the pressure control settings that you can change to whatever you want. So just to test it for you guys, I'm going to see if spatial audio also works on Android. I'm going to test it out right now. So right now it's turned off. I'm actually going to open YouTube and watch the video. So the video is playing. I'm turning my head and there's no head tracking because it's turned off. Now I'm gonna go back to the app, and just like very similar to the original ones, on the right side is going to be the head tracking feature. So whenever I turn it on, there's like a voice that tells me that spatial audio is turned on. So once that's turned on, I'm gonna go back to YouTube, play the video, and turning my head to the left and to the right, and yeah, definitely I can hear my voice in that video going in between the left side and the right side of the earbud. So spatial audio does actually work when it comes to head tracking on Android too. As long as you download this app, you'll be able to control not just ANC and transparency mode, but also spatial audio head tracking, are fixed. But I've got to say that Danivision 4.7 definitely worth it. Has really amazing sound quality, build quality, ANC, transparency mode. It is compatible with iOS, but not only with iOS but also on Android. Spatial audio head tracking works identical to the real deal. The Metal Hinge looks identical and feels identical to the real deal. It uses the same material. We got the LED diffuser, which is also the same as the original ones. Once again, if you guys want to check these out, I have a link down in the description. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Peace out.